It was a good weekend, especially at home with all the things that we're riding on at senior day, so on and so forth. I think we were due for a momentum to go our way. To be honest with you, I don't know if there was a lot different between the two games we played this weekend where we got W's and some of the previous games where we didn't get W's. And I think it'll come down to some moments that maybe we shored up and took care of. But it's a funny game that way where you look at games on one goal margins and the way the goals come about or the way the goals stay out of your own net are often undetected. And for us, we were just pleased to get it to go our way because I think the guys deserved it. It's been result-wise a tougher season on the mentality of the players, and so I give them full credit to stay involved and stay engaged and get something out of every single moment. And so for them this weekend, I was so pleased for them. But we've got work to do now. So we've got a very tough trip down in Southern California, and we look forward to the opportunity. With John Swenson and Steve Spangler, when I think back on the value that they've brought to the program, it starts even before I arrived here in Corvallis. I know that they had a year before me, and those early years, a lot of times those seniors cut teeth, and they have a lot of learning to do, and I'm certain that happened, and I was just fortunate enough to spend 3 seasons with them, and both of them have contributed their own separate ways. Very unique. Obviously, Steve's been the starting goalkeeper for the 3 years that I've been here and has contributed immensely to the growth of this program. And I was so happy for him to get the shutout on his senior day. And John Swenson's another story. Johnny has a family. He's got 2 little girls. He's on a Ford scholarship. Super bright, intelligent person. Tremendous leader by example. And he brings another set of values to the team that is something that I want all of our players to model after, of being the consummate student athlete. The young man has a full docket of classes, maintains a 4.0, and takes care of a family of 4. And when you talk about the real world and what the rest of his teammates are going to do eventually, he's doing it right now. So I couldn't be prouder and more honored to have Johnny in the program. The goal to beat Stanford was one of those things that it happens in soccer. And for us, if our guys weren't in the spots, they wouldn't have been able to capitalize on an opportunity. And the fact of the matter is Josh Van Alwarden did his job. He got to the spot. Though he didn't get to the ball initially, he did his job, did what he was supposed to do, and he was able to capitalize. And it's those type of moments that go unseen at times, because if he didn't get to the spot, then it was a bobble by the keeper. He picks it back up, and the game goes on, and no one ever talks about it again. And so those are the moments that I thought we did a little bit better on, just enough to get the result. And Josh did his job as everyone else did. Well, when you look at those type of victories, a lot of times it's the guys have to see for themselves. I mean, I can sit there and tell them that they're good enough and believe that they're good enough, because I do. I do believe our players and our group is good enough, but they've got to prove it to themselves. And a lot of times when you do that, you got to put your money where your mouth is, and you got to get it done. And so for the guys, it was probably more of, I don't know if getting over the hump is the right thing to say, but I think it's more of, okay, we can do this. It validates everything we've been doing, and also validates the fact that we shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. And so the great news is that it's in their control. This is not a situation that we go into a game and you go, we have no chance. As a matter of fact, we have a chance every single game, and it just depends if the guys are disciplined enough to show up, and they are. They really are. There has been a game that the guys didn't show up. It's been about the controlling the margins of 2 or 3% that gets us the wins that we got this weekend, or the wins we haven't got prior to this weekend. The mindset for this weekend down in San Diego to play San Diego State and at UCLA is that we focus on Wednesday's training. You know, we'll focus on that, and we'll prepare for San Diego State on Friday, and then we go from there. It's been a blessing for the guys to focus on one moment at a time. I think sometimes, you know, especially if you're a younger team, you look at the big picture for too long. You get either starstruck or you get paralyzed, one of the two. And so we just focus on what we need to do on the next activity that we have coming. And so it's practice on Wednesday, and then Friday will come and we'll handle Friday. I think, you know, those two teams right now are doing quite well. You know, they've done well in conference play and non-conference play, but it's a great opportunity for us to see if we can do the things we need to do to shore up, especially if we compare it to the last time we played those guys a couple weeks ago. So that's the opportunity that we're looking at.